Parker, I want to bring you into this conversation because I want to talk a little bit about the people behind those questions, the people who make decisions around how and where do we introduce imagination and creativity, where do we seek data, and ultimately how we ultimately make decisions with all this rich information. So perhaps if you can come into the conversation and help us to make some sense or add some color and richness to what work might look like beyond the crisis. What are leadership teams facing when they start to think deeply about how the world of work is changing?
We like to suggest, and that's what we'll discuss with a work forward a bit, is that holistic perspective. And then when you look at it only in the how do I get data, or what do I use for AI, or what platform do I use, or where do I work, or when do I bring them, it actually is the ecosystem of concepts. You need to look at the entire tapestry so that you have the ability to, like what Amy was talking about, it's that layer effect of watching the whack-a-mole as it moves around, using a bad term, but watching the layers be varnished off, et cetera, and the change happening fast or slow. And you're able to react, I think, when you have a holistic perspective. We did not anticipate the acceleration of remote working, and suddenly it has taken over the world. And what I'm talking about with some colleagues is that the future right in front of us as in the next, now I'll do my own prognostication, 2 to 3 years, the pandemic's effect starts to be moderated, not 2 to 3 months. That there will be a hybrid work environment, I think, is the word that we're starting to use. And what does that look like? How do we engage? How do we collaborate? What tools do we need to do it? And so that perspective is one that needs to build a system for being agile and nimble and responsive. That's what the system has to be, not being hard and fast of, we're only going to go on this track. Look at this data, make this reaction. You'll be broken. It won't get there.